Welcome to Manga Macabre, where we talk about those horrible things that go bump in the night. Those terrible things that fill you with feelings of sheer terror, sending waves of dread down your spine. Things that are so nightmarish, so fiendish, so twisted that mankind dare not scry the depths, layered with countless aeons for fear of what may peer back. Of course, I'm talking about anime and manga. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, oh, I know these. These aren't scary. We got some yellow hair, man. We got some pink hair. We got some blue hair, some big giant swords. We got some power-ups, and usually you would be right, but, well, things are a little different here, so here we go. Don't say I didn't warn you. Are you still with us? Great. Now you may be asking yourself if you're still here. What twisted mind did that come from? Well, master of horror manga Junji Ito, of course. We're going to be talking about him a lot during December. Why does my hand sometimes turn into horrifying shapes? Puberty. Why is there Christmas music playing? Because we're celebrating the return of elder gods older than time itself, because that's what you do during winter solstice, right? Why do all my books tend to be bleeding? Oh, well, that's easy. They're made of flesh. Ask your doctor. Is reality an illusion? I'm scared. Well, it's like the Great Triangle said, yes, and you should be. Why have you locked me in this dungeon? It's cold. I'm calling the police. Well, to read manga, of course. Good luck getting reception. I certainly don't get any. Hey, speaking of things and stuff, let's start that Junji Ito December with his take on Snow White. Now, for the sake of simplicity, I'll assume you are at least familiar with the Disney film because we're going to spoil parts of it. I mean, of course you've only had about, I don't know, 80-ish years to watch it, so you've had plenty of time, unless if there are any immortal demonic gods who are older than time itself watching. Then I guess for someone or something who has seen life crawl out of the mud into the humanity and then take to the skies all before breakfast, what's a few thousand weeks, right? We start with the mirror telling Snow White how beautiful she is and that she's the fairest in the realm. Snow White observes that, is there a ranking system to this kind of thing? Which, on her end, is a very astute observation. The Queen forgets that Snow White is even a person and why she's only number 2, again with that ranking system thing, but Snow White attributes her beauty to the skin cream SK2, which is a real thing in real life. I've seen many a strange thing in the manga before, and rest assured, many a strange things, but I can only count on one hand how many times I've seen a direct product placement that wasn't like an advertisement. Huh. So the Queen decided to skip the middleman of calling the huntsman or anything like that, and just had Snow White dragged down into the dungeon and brutally murdered. The end. Is what you would have thought, but nothing weird has happened yet. The mirror is still praising Snow White, but why is that? She's dead. Nope. Or at least not all the way. Snow White seems to have come back as some type of specter, and those 7 things around her are the 7 dwarves that were caught up in the gravity of her beauty. Or rather, those are the spirit of the dwarves, that is. And this is a thing that happens in Junji Ito a lot, this same formula, in, hey, X thing was kind of weird. Let me go check that out. Oh my god, what was that? We're gonna see that a lot. So the Queen has her murdered a couple of more times, including a disfigurement to make her less beautiful, and eventually decides, hey, let's just burn her alive. This works, however, the dwarven spirits attack the Queen and incinerates her along with Snow White. So what's the moral for this one? Well, that's easy. An apple a day keeps the dwarven spirits away from burning you alive, or something like that. My advice? Incorporate apple pies into your diet. Quit your job, actually. Become an apple farmer. You'll be happy that you were not incinerated by any vengeful dwarven spirits.
As foretold in crazy lore,
Great old ones gather near to us, giving fear to us once more.